Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cheap Haass, episode 18. In this episode, we're going to Italy. Hopefully, we can have a better showing this time. I think last time out, we learned some stuff with the strategy, trying not to use as much tire as we were, trying to stretch it as long as we were, be a little bit more conservative in kind of where we are, kind of when we hit that 30%. We need to do whatever we can to not be at 30% at any point with the tires. But Italy, let's hopefully have a good running there. All right, so a lot of parts problems there. We lost a rear wing. We lost a bit of front suspension. Hopefully, we're not going to be running too low on parts here. We've got these side pods that we've been working on, so we should have at least some manufactured at some point. But yeah, we are still pretty low on parts here. As you can tell, we have one side pod left and one thing of suspension. All right, so unfortunately, like Red Bull in real life, we pick up grid place penalty for not scoring or not serving our penalty under the last race. So we have a 3-place grid drop for Porsche. All right, so we are starting 8th and 11th. Porsche gets a 3-place grid drop and still manages to start one grid spot above where he qualified. Pelot gets to gain, I think, 5 spots. So we're going to be starting 8th and 11th. We're going to be switching up our strategy here. We're going to be doing a one-stop with Porsche, which is the strategy I like the most. And then Pelot, we're going to have him just kind of do this aggressive soft, medium, soft strategy. Yeah, I'm going to try to have these guys just go on 2 different strategies at all times now to the end of the season. Hopefully we hit something that works. But anyways, we're going to move on to the start of the Italian Grand Prix.
All 10 teams are now getting set up as the drivers prepare to face the 53 laps of the Italian Grand Prix. The Haas driver with a chance to impress a few people here.
An encouraging grid position as they sit in P8. Lots to build on during the race if they manage it well.
And it looks like we're good to go. Here we go. It's the Italian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
It looks super out of place where we are in the grid right now. All right, in turn 1. No biggies there. Nothing crazy. All right, we're up to 7th now with Pelot. We're right behind. Now we're looking at Porsche. Whoops. All right, so Pelot is ahead of a Mercedes of George Russell. We've got Leclerc right ahead of the... right ahead. We might even get passed by this Ferrari before we get into Ascari. Porsche is all the way down in 13th place. Porsche is kind of comfortably running where he's running. We're going to put ERS battle assist on both of them and have them go neutral. Now that we've done the initial start, I want to have some ERS for when the DRS is activated. Pelot holding 7th still pretty good. Soft tires for the win. We might get overtaken here by Carlos Sainz. We have not so far. Got to keep an eye on his tire temperatures throughout the race. So holding pretty well, 7th place. Closest car to us competitively. I think Ocon is somebody we're going to have to worry about here, but we've also got Tsunoda kind of sticking onto this back end of the pack here, who's slightly worrying me. All right, DRS is enabled. We do not have it yet, but we're going to jump on board with Porsche. Who should we jump on board with? I think Porsche is probably the best bet. We're going to have Porsche go deploy. There's the yellow flag. What's the yellow flag for? It's Verstappen. Oh, Verstappen's all the way down to 19th now. He's dead last. Yeah, we overtook Verstappen. Let's watch that.
Here's the replay.
We'll never see that again.
Look then at turn 6. The opportunity.
Oh, look at that.
Taken.
Past a world champion on pace and skill alone. Anyways, DRS available to us. Pelot is still in 7th, but I think Pelot is now just outside the DRS range of Carlos Sainz. So we're just going to have him sit there. We're going to need Porsche to get closer to Albon. That's our goal here. Him. Why we're having him push so much. All right, Pelot. We're going to have Pelot deploy. not to pass, but to hopefully be able to stick to the back bumper here of George Russell. And we are purposely deploying here just to get by Alex Albon. Hopefully we can get some momentum down the straightaway, but we might be in a train here. No, we are not. We're going to pass on the inside. We're not going to get it done through Ascari. All right, now we have no DRS. I did not ERS. I didn't even see that. All right, so we're going to sit behind him and harvest for a lap. Back to Pelot. Pelot is still holding on. We're going to get passed by the Alpine. We're just pushing here to stick with them. But now we're going to go back to neutral. Oh, we actually got past Gasly. That was interesting. So Pelot seems to be our best bet on points at the moment. But with our two-stop strategy here, I'm not sure how I feel about that. All right, we're going to go back to Pourchaire. Pourchaire is going to get passed by Sargent. We're a little too aggressive with our ERS management there. We need to not push on the tires here too much with Pourchaire because we're going to be regretting that later on in the race. Because we have a lot of pressure from one of the Alpines. I want to sit here and micromanage, but I think we need to go a little 8 times here. Kind of kill some time. Below, it's only a matter of time before he, I think, gets overtaken here by both Alpines. We're just going to let him sit there and hopefully continue his good run. I mean, we're sitting pretty decent on pace. While Pourchaire is all the way down in 17th behind Bottas. Actually, how far behind a Bottas are we? Man, we are like all the way back here. We need Pourchaire to get going. All right, we're starting to overheat on the tires a little bit. For Pelot. Pelot conserve a little bit. Is Pelot ahead of George Russell? He is ahead of George Russell. We're going to get eaten up here on that straightaway. But we're going to try to see if we can get Pourchaire back up to the cars in front. All right, now we've got Verstappen in front of us here. So we're going to go full deploy with Pourchaire to hopefully stick within the 1 second of Mr. Max Verstappen. As we get about 2/10 taken away from us there. Pelot is in 8th. Pelot is still in the DRS of Russell and the Alpines. All right, we are just about gapping Bottas. Is the main goal of sitting behind Verstappen. We're going to go neutral now that we've got very little DRS to mess with here. We should be within 2/10 of Verstappen. Get that pole down the straightaway. There's a caution flag as Piastri. Piastri has a problem.
That incident looks to involve Oscar Piastri.
Is that Albon?
Heading into turn 1.
No, that's Sargent.
Not much room to move. Has to be said.
Any major damage? We got major damage to
Now that
Oscar.
has the potential to...
That's looking good for us. There's another yellow flag. Wonder who's that's for. I think it's still Sector 1. All right, Pourchaire, we're going to have him go deploy now. Gasly crashed. What's with the Alpines and crashing?
Now just keep your eyes on Gasly here.
Oh, please tell me he didn't crash into...
And
Oh, that's a
the moment
hefty hit.
the car plows into the wall. Now I imagine that...
Pourchaire down into neutral. Need to get him by Sargent here. Low is in 8th place. We are now just outside the DRS of George Russell. Going to deploy here, so hopefully we can get in the DRS of George Russell. It would be tremendously helpful for us here in our pursuit of points, as we've now got Piastri still in the pits, actually. I think we do need to just kind of accept where we are currently. Pourchaire is still stuck behind Sargent. Looking on the inside here. Don't think he'll complete the move. He will. All right, we just got to keep him on neutral. We can't really do anything fancy here. We've lost touch with Verstappen, which delusional if I thought we were going to be sitting there the entire race. Pelot is now passed by Esteban Ocon. We've got 2 seconds to Norris behind us. We can actually start going aggressive on the tires again, which I'm hoping will keep us in tabs here with Ocon, at least for 3 or so laps. All right, so Pourchaire, we're starting to break with Sargent. We're pulling him along with Bottas, but we can't really do much to help with that. Unless I have him top up, we might, and then have him deploy on a lap. We're going to go a little 8 times here. Try our best to get through here. We're going to focus on where Pelot is. Pelot is now so far behind. Okay, he's starting to pull Albon into his DRS, and we've got Albon and Norris in our DRS, which is not good for us. What strategy are they on? All right, they're on the same strategy we are. Okay. We're going to ignore that, but we're going to go full attack in.
Let's catch him.
We're going to pit onto mediums, and we're going to attack out of the pits as well.
Box now, box now.
Copy, box this lap.
Sargent pitted. We're pulling Albon. Yeah, we're pulling Albon too hard. My fear here is that we're not sitting in DRS with many cars at the moment. We look at Pourchaire. Pourchaire is just behind Bottas. Now we're good on the tires. We're going to go aggressive now just to kind of use up some tires a little bit here. I'll put a couple fast laps down. And then we're going to go neutral. Pourchaire's looking good on his ERS here, so we're going to actually let him deploy for a whole lap. We're going to go a little 8 times here. He gets by him. He gets by him. All right, we're going to go standard now. There's a caution flag. Bottas runs wide, so we get by him with Pourchaire. Pourchaire now needs to harvest because we were stupid and we didn't keep an eye on where his tires were. Harvest for another couple bits. He's a pit stop issue as well, so now we don't have to worry about Bottas. We're going to go neutral now with Pourchaire. Low is in the DRS of, looks like Verstappen and Albon. All right, so where's Albon at with his tires? Albon's actually onto the hards. That makes me think that Albon's going to try to one-stop this race. Pourchaire's sitting pretty in 8th place right now. We've got a yellow flag.
Got a yellow flag.
Please tell me that's some competitors ahead of us.
Here at the first turn, the
Come on.
Rettifilo chicane. Cutting it so close. The car's coming together right there. And that won't do their confidence any good.
Fuck you, Albon. Oh, we've got damage on Pelot as well. And we get a penalty. Of course we do. We got chassis damage and floor damage. Suspension damage. Damn it. We cannot afford to keep doing that. I think with that damage too, we're going to be losing some space, or pace as well throughout this whole thing. Hopefully we damaged Albon in that too. There's a yellow flag again. What was that for? For Albon. Good for you. Oh yeah, and our tires are completely shot now that we've been hit. So we're going to actually have to pit now. We might have to make the hards work all the way to the end. How's this gonna work? No, we're gonna stay out here. I'm gonna go light. right, we're going to have Albon go light for a minute. We have Pourchaire that's behind Verstappen, but we're not going to maintain that. Russell's going to get ahead of us as well. We're going to keep an eye on Pelot here because we're going to try to keep Pelot out for maybe like 2 laps, and then we're going to put him on hards. All right. We're going to ignore that call for Pourchaire because Pourchaire is here. And go aggressive in, pit onto the hard compound tires. And then we're going to... Where's Pelot at? Pelot's too far behind. We're going to have Pelot extend 1 lap. Where's Pelot at? All right, Pelot is past the pit road, and then we're going to hit pit options, and we're going to have him go on the hards as well. Fortunately, Mr. Alex Albon hit our car. We're going to just go aggressive to try to get the temperature into the tires. Go full deploy here. The second those things go white on the temperatures, we're gonna put them on neutral. We need to have him go neutral now. We're serving the penalty now with Pelot. And these tires are not warming up. We're gonna have him go attack on him. And we're gonna do the same with Pelot. Now they're good. Yeah, so we got minor... Why is it all going W? Oh, what are you doing? Why is it doing that? Weird. Yeah, so nothing that we can fix on Pelot's car. Pelot is in 19th place. Alright, Pourchaire is about... I can actually go check right now because I don't think we've been lapped. We're about 20 seconds off of... About 18 seconds off of points. So if we can kind of keep pace and maybe not be super slow, this might be beneficial to us. Alright, so we're going to be catching Bottas here soon. Good, because we'll get some pace out of that. So we can pass him on the straightaways. Stay your top up while he's behind him. Second that we get past him, we're gonna let him rip. Go full deploy. Deploy at the final corner. Neutral. The mouse is acting all weird. Alright, Bottas is just stuck to Pourchaire now, which is frustrating. We're going to have him harvest. That's Albon right behind us. Neutral. It's Albon trying to get by us, so we're going to go full deploy here. We're destroying Pelot's tires, which is fun. Not meaning to do that. And where are we looking for tires here? We're sitting good with Pourchaire's tires. Yellow flag. Who's that for? For Stroll. Completely out of a race at the moment. Yeah, Pelot is very, very, very slow at the moment. Yeah, we're gonna have to put him on neutral. I don't know why the thing's having the mouse problem. Not even mouse problem, it's just an auto cycle. wonder if sitting in front of Botas is going to do what Sainz did at was a yellow flag. Is that for? What Sainz did with Norris. It's interesting to go with our tires. We're going to go aggressive just for a lap or two, see if we can start to pull a little bit there, which is good. What are we doing with our tires? I'm going to put them on standard just because I need to make sure that we're not screwing ourselves here. Albon gets within the DRS. Come on. Oh, we got to deploy now. I gotta go neutral. I'm gonna tell him just to freaking defend. I'm not gonna let Albon get by us too fast. Alright, as he gets by him, go neutral. Alright. Where are we in relation to Albon? We're about 3/10 behind him. And what kind of tires is he on? He is on mediums. All right, our tire life looks good, so we're going to go in aggressive. We're going to hopefully sit behind him here. There's a yellow flag. It said Porsche, and I got really scared that it was part of the accident. Ocon locking up. Points is all the way up here. We're not going to get it. Looks like it's going to go to either Ocon or Norris. Flo is in 19th. He is 13 seconds off of everyone around him. I think we might just retire him because it's just not worth it. Yeah. Save our stuff here. Porsche is ahead of Albon currently. Tires are looking okay, actually. We'll be able to make it, I think, on these the crazy times. We're going to actually sit here and micromanage just a little bit. Tires, good. All right. We're going to let him catch up, and then we're going to deploy leaving turn 1. A yellow flag. VSC. Okay. Harvest. Conserve. Conserve. Is it worth it to... No, it's not. Only one lap left.
VSC.
Is it for Ocon? For lockup? Who's retired? It was Ocon. Okay, so Ocon did lock up and then something happened. Gonna end under VSC? And we're gonna have like 2 laps left for us. I want to make sure that we don't get jumped here by Albon. This should be coming to the white flag for us. BSC, I think, should be ending there. We're going to deploy, push, attack. There we go.
Perez has crossed the line first.
All right, unfortunately, Norris looks like he's going to get points as well, so he's one of our competitors. Tsunoda's too far behind. Very weird finish to the race here. Watch us get like fastest lap or something. All right, cross the line, 13th.
Well, that was a truly awful day at the office for the Haas driver.
That'll be quite a blow having to cut their race short, but they'll be doing everything they can to come back stronger.
No stranger to the podium, the Mexican driver now takes his place after another remarkable race.
What a great way to take their third win this year. They've definitely found their form.
All right, so your finishing results, we have Sergio Perez on top. We have Carlos Sainz, Leclerc, Verstappen all the way down in 5th. So we've got a decent close up here on the championship. We finished all the way down in, I know this is frustrating, I cannot handle it. We were 13th with Porsche, and then we were dead last with below. Just too much car damage. Just I'm trying to save the parts. I don't want the car to be damaged and going around and them to crash again. But yeah, Lando gets another point, so they're at 3 for the season, so they're getting closer to us. All right, and as mentioned, championship closes up a little bit. Leclerc is now within 19 points of Verstappen. Perez is right up there as well. So pretty tight. I mean, everything considered, it's better than it is in real life. Just decent job by everybody. Norris is now 1 point closer. I'm not going to scroll down because we're having some weird mouse thing. Constructors battle, not much closer, but you know, still close enough where it's interesting. McLaren now are 2 points behind us, which is, as I mentioned before, it's not great. Hopefully that they don't continue to improve and we can kind of hold on to our 7th place at the moment. All right, so that concludes episode 18 of Cheap Haass. We are not in a good position. We're really needing to do a little bit better in the standings because we're really under pressure from McLaren now. And I wasn't really confident in our ability to get by Williams at this point in the season. Yeah, we're kind of at a point where everything's starting to kind of catch up to us, as I mentioned the past 3 times out. So these last, you know, couple races are going to be very difficult. We're having to put new parts on the car. It seems like every week in manufacture stuff. We really don't have that much money left to put into that. That is slightly concerning, but hope y'all enjoyed this episode. If you have a good rest of your week, like, comment, subscribe, all that dumb YouTube stuff, and peace.